In the previous episode, we found a bunch of iridium. It was great. I was really happy about that. Weather report for tomorrow is going to be clear. And then fortune teller for today. They're very displeased today. Maybe I don't go mining today. Oh, hey Maru, why are you out here? I got up early and fed all the farm animals. I hope that makes your job a little easier today. Maru, I don't know how to tell you this, but our farm automatically feeds them. You don't have to do that. You wasted your time, girl. Thank you. I also filled Abaddon's or Abaddon. How do people say it? It's the UK that say it. Abaddon, which that doesn't sound right to me. It's Abaddon. She filled his water bowl. Thank you very much. Okay. Dear Zen, I was conducting a field study the other day and I found this specimen. Hope you find it as interesting as I did. Thanks. Is he just like sending me fish because he's like trying to send a message? Is this kind of like The Sopranos, where he's gonna send me? Is this Sopranos or Godfather? Is it like it's The Godfather? It's like The Godfather where he's gonna send me a he's gonna send me a horse head and it's gonna be in my bed. I have a feeling that might be the case. I mean, I married his daughter, and now I'm really sad about it. Simply because it kind of feels like I took her away from her greatness, you know? She could have been so much better than she is, just because, you know, she had a good life ahead of her. And then, you know what I just did? I just ripped it from her and put her on a farm and told her to feed my animals. Like it does kind of feel like a waste. And once that was pointed out, I was like, oh, that's really sad. I don't know how I feel about that. But you know what? I think in games that have like romance options, if you're going to play multiple times, I understand why some people are like romance the same character, right? Because they like that character. It's the same reason that if you're married, you more than likely would want to be remarried to the same person if you had a choice, right? That's obviously not always the case, but in, well, I guess statistically speaking, it's not most, but in many cases, it should be the case. But the thing is, there was an egg there. The thing is, when I play a game and I'm doing the romance options, I want to see all of them. Like, yeah, sure. In some games, I much prefer to romance certain characters. That's fine. I really like specific characters. Like in Dragon Age Inquisition, I really like Cassandra, as it turns out. But the other one is, what's her name? Sarah. Because I think that it's a fun character. And that was one of the first times in those games that made me realize that I could have an opinion on a character at the beginning of a game completely change based on the story that they give you through the romance option. And that's the character that I reference back quite a few times across the last, half dozen years, is because like that was such a well-written character in the way that they made you really dislike her, and you really only got to see the other side of her and understand how great of a written character she is once you did the romance part of it. So for me, I'm totally okay with like every time I play a game, if I'm playing it multiple times, trying a different romance option, right? It's gonna be the same thing when I go eventually back to Baldur's Gate, play more of that, or I don't know. Usually with the Dragon Age games, like I try all of them. I want to try all of them. So with Maru here, getting back to the point, she is a character I really do like. I love her character. But the next time I play Stardew Valley, I'm not romancing her. Like, it's the same reason I haven't re-romanced all these other characters that I have come across so far, because, well, there's no reason to. I've already romanced those ones. I want to see what the rest of the options are. So we're at the point of the year where all of like the crazy game announcements are happening, which is great. It used to be like the time for E3 in the past, but that is no longer a thing, which is totally fine. Which, it's sad though. It's sad. I really loved E3 and the press conferences and everything. And now we just get it more spread out all over the place. And to be fair, we actually get a bit more because now we get a bunch of announcements from a lot of indie companies. And during Summer Game Fest, which just happened this past week, is continuing on throughout the entire weekend. And by the time most of you are watching this, you'll be seeing that the Xbox show happened, where they announced a bunch of stuff. I don't know anything about it, so let's just assume it was good. Maybe there was a surprise in there. I don't know. let's not get into the weeds on that one. But there was a really cool announcement that pertains to Stardew Valley in a way during the Summer Games Fest announcements, which Bloomhouse, the company that makes all of the really cool scary games, or scary movies rather, announced that they have a game studio now. And they did it in the most amazing way possible. They announced that they had their studio, and then they announced like 10 different games that are being worked on and showed footage of all of them, which was awesome. Like, that's the way you're supposed to do it. That's in a PR sense, that was a massive win. And watching that got me really excited. I don't generally like playing scary games because I'm a scaredy cat. However, there was a game in there that caught my eye. It's basically Stardew Valley. It's a farming sim game. But there's like murders and stuff going on, and it's a scary game. So I'm tentatively gonna say that we're gonna play it on the channel when it comes out, because that sounds so cool of an idea. There have been games that have done something similar in the recent past, such as Graveyard Keeper, but it's not the same. It's not the same. So I'm really interested in this. I want to see what it's like. So I'm going to tentatively put that on the calendar for the near future and see if we can get a playthrough of that going. Okay, I think we just got our 2 last oysters. So we can go see what's up with these raccoons. I'm actually quite excited for that. I'm going to pick up the rest of this stuff. I'm going to go check over on the little, what do they call it? You know what I'm talking about. The little coral bed things over here. Why wake something? What are these called? Why is it like it's on the tip of my tongue, but it's not? My brain is just off tonight. Totally fine. Come over here, check this stuff, and then what I want to do is head back to the farm, grab the rest of our oysters, and was it a fish? It was a smoked midnight fish or something, and head down to the raccoon. See what he thinks about that. I'm gonna continue that storyline. I'm actually really interested in that. It's not something I've ever seen in the game, and I'm really curious to see what it's about. All right, let's see what this little raccoon wants with us. Hungry, need fish. Yeah. So here's your fish. Here's these. And that one. And one more. Boom, we did it. Raccoons, done. Thanks, Bobo. Take this. What did you just call me? 25 powder melon seeds. Damn, I wish I did that sooner. I just didn't have enough oysters. Now maybe I'll find a wife. Okay. Yeah, generally speaking, eating a bunch of food, getting fat, not gonna find you a wife. I mean, who am I to go out there judging this raccoon? They are trash pandas after all. Maybe it's what they do. Maybe. Oh, no. I know what it is. It's that he's trying to woo a wife. He's trying to be like, hey, I got all this. You're eating trash out of the trash cans with the homeless guy. I get that. It's kind of our thing. Trash panda, right? But I got these fancy oysters and smoked midnight salmon or whatever it is. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's trying to be all suave and woo somebody. No hats I like here. I really like the leprechaun hat for whatever reason. It's not like a great hat, but what I like about it is that it's kind of like I don't know. It's a sign of this playthrough. There was a lot of luck finding it. Not a lot of people find it. And it's just kind of a cool little thing of like, hey, check out all of this new content in Stardew Valley and how great it is. You know what I've decided to do, since we seem to have a little bit of time left in this day and not a lot that we can do due to the restriction on our luck, is I'm going to head over to to the vendor dude up by the... Is the quarry closer? Probably not. But hey, we'll just walk this way. I could probably clear all this, by the way. Maybe I should, because I'm trying to get my mining up. That's another thing we could do. But it's definitely a good idea to finally clear out all of my boxes of random items that I'm just never going to use. It's just taking up space. It's actually getting kind of bad. Get rid of all of these here. Tiny bit of money given, but yeah, it's fine. Galaxy hammer? Oh, because we got the galaxy sword. Now there's a galaxy dagger and a galaxy hammer. That's interesting. Huh. Is there anything else? Space boots. Got space boots, don't I? And kind of nothing else. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to go mine, I guess. There's no reason not to. All right, let's close out this day a little bit early. We're actually getting into bed before Maru. Interesting. Normally, she's like fast asleep. A little bit of money. Got 11K off of that one. It was a little extra help finding all of that. Like the urchins and whatnot on the beach. So, I don't know. I'm not going to look too far into that one. That was a one-off day, I think, making that much. Weather, it's going to snow tomorrow. And the Queen of Sauce. Greetings, it is I, the Queen of Sauce. We're going to learn pumpkin pie. In my house, it's a tradition to eat pumpkin pie during the Feast of the Winter Star. The season just isn't complete without that wonderful flavor you can only achieve with the finest farm-fresh pumpkins. A little nutmeg, cinnamon, and clove will sweep you off your feet to a land of crimson and gold. And fortune teller, somewhat mildly perturbed today. Not getting a lot done in this episode, I see. Got Maru here. Oh, she repaired the fences. Now that is useful. Thank you very much. Farm smells great. Reminds me of mountains near my parents' house. It's like maybe a 3-minute walk away. What are you talking about? Mountains near your parents' house. We're in the mountains. Zen, how are you doing? Hope the winter hasn't been too hard on you. Anyway, I'm writing to ask you for some hardwood. I don't know about that, Robin. Need 10 pieces if you've got it. If not, no worries, take care. Robin, I hate to break it to you, but I don't think I got enough. We're at 138. We're going to get an extra 12, bringing us to 150. I think I am just going to make it on hardwood if I keep going in order to repair Willie's boat before the end of winter. Getting close, getting real close. Also, we could put all these away. It's kind of nice that these automatically are iridium star as well. Get rid of this, put that in there. You know, I could make it to town and get rid of these, bust open a bunch of geodes too, and maybe I should. There's part of me that wants to just use the geodes to purchase things when I head to the desert, but I don't know if I want to. I think I'm just gonna kind of keep it the way we're at. We're just kind of cruising to the end now. We've finished most of what I wanted to do, minus getting the hardwood and getting that boat repaired. So we're in a weird situation, in my opinion. We're still trying to kind of figure out what we're doing here. But I should mention, oh, there's a rabbit foot. Oh, we got lucky with that, at least. I should mention that we only have like 2 or 3 episodes left. We're pretty close to the end. And I mentioned this on our Discord server, which if you're not a part of, you can join down below for free. Where is it? I had mentioned that we're going to do 2 Terraria series after this. One of them is going to be open to everybody, so everybody can watch it. The other one, only the first couple episodes is going to be, and then it's going to hit on the channel membership only thing. It'll be exclusive to them until later this year, when it'll release for everybody else. So we're gonna do 2 back-to-back series. I'm really looking forward to that. It'll be fun. It'll be chaotic because I'll be recording them alongside each other, which is gonna mean that my brain is gonna be all over the place of like what item does what. But I'll tell you what, by the end of doing those series, I'm gonna be a master at Terraria for a time. Just, you know, you play that much of that one game, yeah, you get really good at it. I'm also going to push the idea of doing Coral Island back a little bit, so probably not till like the fall. And that's mostly just because Now maybe I find a wife. Well, how do you find a wife, my guy? Can I help him find a wife? Maybe I should look that up. But yeah, I really like the idea of doing that game, but I'm kind of waiting for them to hit with a major update. So we're gonna wait for that one. And I don't want it to overlap with doing any Terraria as well. There's a Maru portrait, 30,000. Are you kidding? That did say 30,000, right? Oh my goodness. I gotta save up my money. I can't be. I'm sorry. I would buy it. I would buy it for Maru, but I gotta be saving up my money for spring. Can't just be leaving it like that. Today's definitely going to be a head to the desert day, even though we're mildly perturbed today. What we're doing is attempting to level up both our mining and our combat. So I just got to get somewhere where maybe I get a few good things here and there, but outside of that, we're just going to try and get stuff leveled up. We are going to be getting to the desert pretty late today, I think, because I not only have to go to the town to turn in stuff to the museum, but I also have all this stuff to break open from... Oh, that's right. I also want to do this. 25,000 for the iridium pickaxe. Jeez. When trashing an item, you reclaim 15% of the value. I didn't know that you could upgrade the trash can. Actually, I did know that. That came with this 1.6 update, I believe. It's possible it came before that. Pretty sure it was with 1.6. Man, I'll tell you what, I got a lot out of those geodes. I got 10 iridium between all of that. That's pretty good. That's another 2 bars. That puts us at like 9 bars total or something like that. That's pretty good. That's almost 2 upgrades. All right, let's go ahead and donate some stuff. There's only a handful of it that we need. The ring, this, and that. Everything else, gonna be sold. Totally fine. What reward did I get? Nice. Triple shot espresso. I'll take that. I only have to give what's-his-face just a cup of coffee, so not worried about that. Let's go pop the stuff in the chest and sell the rest, and then you should probably pick this up while I'm at it. And then we will head over to the desert for a tiny little bit, hopefully level up our combat or mining. I just got a full-on iridium bar from one of these slimes. I don't know. Game was like, oh, they're mildly perturbed today. And then the game was like, nah, dog. We'll just give you even more iridium than you got the previous day. Because that accounts for another 10 ore. It's kind of insane, actually. I'm a little surprised by that. That's not something I was expecting. But it's a pleasant experience to be able to be like, ah, yeah, here's a whole bar off of that slime. I can dig it. Wow, look at all these little beetle guys. What's going on? Game is like, doesn't know what to do with us. It's giving us oh my goodness, I hate these guys. It's giving us a rabbit foot, and then after that, it's just like, it's all downhill from there. Let's clear all this out, see what we get. Sometimes you can get quite a lot off of that, but other times it just doesn't really matter. Again, I'm just trying to level up my combat and my mining, so I'm not like, I'm not going crazy here. We're just trying to get a little bit of experience before the end of the year. You know what I kind of wish? I kind of wish that Stardew Valley had some kind of like experience bar to show you, you know, like for example, if I were to go to, not social, but my skills, if I could just like see how close, oh, my mining is all the way up. I forgot that I did that. That's right. So I just have to get my combat up. Man, that's so good. But my point is, if I, if I could see how much was left, then I can kind of plan for that. Now that I remember that I only have the combat left, I really should try to focus on just doing combat. But some of these levels have like no enemies on them. Okay, I didn't get very far, but I did get to the point where my health was a little low and I didn't actually want to eat any of my food. Sometimes that happens, right? So here, artifact troves, probably what we should be buying. I was thinking about this while we were doing our geodes. It just doesn't feel like it's worth it to do those. Not for any real reason other than I was getting a lot of repeat stuff. So I'm kind of done with the normal Omni geodes, I think. So buying a trove is probably going to be the better way to do this, so that way we can get as much of that museum done as possible. I have no expectations of finishing the museum, before the end of the first year, but that's totally fine. That's not, like I said, there was no expectations to even do that. You notice how we exit to the left and we return from the right? I only just now noticed that. How? Is it like a loop? I mean, there's clearly 2 lanes there. I'm assuming the lanes are, it's not one way. Actually, it might be a one-way street. I would assume not. All right, let's get these iridium rolling. Boom, boom. It gives us an extra 3 bars, which will put us at 11 iridium, which is kind of crazy. I am really happy about that. That's a very, very good yield for us, I think. I could get rid of those and that, and I think everything else will go into our box. Cool. Man, that was a pretty successful run. Like I said, I wasn't expecting as much iridium as we got. And then everything else is just kind of a cherry on top. All right, let's finish the day off. Probably not going to make any more than like 8K, but that's fine. No expectations of that. Oh, a little bit more because of I'm forgetting all of the like random crap that we got from the geos that we sold. We're up to 12K actually from that. That was a great day.